schools with smiling faces, fighting for surrender, for now and the after, yeah. Just look around and you see that people are scared to say how they really feel. Oh, we all need a little honesty, yeah. You are love. If your heart's in 1,000 pieces, if you're lost and you're far from reason, just look up, know you are loved. Just look up, know you are loved.
Some of the main reasons that children end up on the streets in Uganda is because of poverty, HIV and AIDS, abuse, and insecurity in some of the regions that they come from. No child should ever have to sleep on the streets. My name is Kristen Fry, and I joined Africa Inland Mission in 1991 and Dwelling Places and Rita and Kemba in 2000. I was told about Rita, and I made my way to the bottom of a swamp and found her there in a broken down building. And since then, we have 2 campuses, an office, and we've had over 1,000 children go through our program. Really spent the last 15 years trying to empower Rita to fulfill the vision that God gave her. And so a lot of the work that I do is helping the staff to be resourced to empower the children and the clients that we serve, and to become a good organization, a godly organization, and one with financial integrity.
You don't have to prove yourself. Don't try to be someone else. You are loved. You are loved. Just like love.
We rescue, rehabilitate, reconcile, and resettle. We rescue children from the streets. We rehabilitate them in the home, teaching them basic life skills and just showing them the love of God, safety, security. We reconcile them with their families, do family tracing, and then we resettle them with their families if it's safe, or we find a loving family for them to be with if they have no family. Well, the thing is that Ugandans are amazing people, and they can really take care of their own children and their own people, so they really don't need to be dependent. And that's what I really like about Ugandans having ownership of the ministry and it not being completely funded and maintained by outside sources. It's the Ugandan people that have this ministry running. The biggest thing that sets us apart from other organizations in Uganda and even within all of Africa is that our focus is on reconciling the family, keeping children in families. We don't believe in the children growing up with us and staying with us and then having nowhere to go once they're 18. We believe that every child belongs in a family, and so we do our best to help restore the whole family unit so that they can be a family once again. Education is everything to these children. Almost every child you meet on the streets, if you ask them if there's one thing we can do for you, what would that be? They say, I want to go to school. They do their chores, they get ready for school. The older kids help the younger kids get ready. They have a half day of school, have lunch, then move into fellowship every afternoon, do chores and games and playing, just learning how to be children and learning what it means to live in a normal home. The children love fellowship, they love worship, they learn to pray. It's sweet when you see them learn to depend on God, like even if we don't have enough food, and they learn to pray and food shows up the next day, they're like, yes, we got it. God answers prayer. We have children that go home to their family, and the kids will say, we need to pray for this, Mom and Dad. If we need food, we need to pray. If we need school fees, we need to pray. If we need anything, we just need to pray, or God will take care of us, or God will heal us. I think what every child really needs is just to feel loved, to feel safe, to get an education, and to know the love of God. thing I love is that I just love to dream for them until they can dream for themselves.
I hope mommy's finished school. I hope to live with my mother and my father. I hope to be a nurse. I hope to be a doctor.
I hope for the peace in the Southern Sudan.
I hope war to stop in Africa.
I hope my grandmother is healed from HIV.
I've done my best to work as hard as I can until every child has a chest to rest his head on. Anyone can pray for our kids in the organization. Many people can give or get their friends to be involved in giving financially or with items that we need. And then some people have skills and gifts that are really helpful for us to have and can come over and help us with those things as well. So ask God, how should you be involved personally? Pray, give, or go, or all three.